Guys, happy Dinger Tuesday. I'm Eli. That's my best friend in the entire world. Gray shirt today, or tan, mixing it up on us a little bit. I got the black on, so it's all good. Happy Dinger Tuesday. This is episode, 18 Easton of the Jerry and Eli show. Of course, again, that's Jerry. I'm Eli. What's up, buddy?
I don't know. What's up? You tell me.
Dude, we made the first trip to the cabin on Lake Michigan, and I say this, and people think I'm we're like loaded with cash. No, it's literally a cabin. Easton can attest to this. He was there with us. Been in my wife's family since like the 50s, and had a hell of a time. Weather was awful, but we had a lot of fun. But while we were there, my website just like broke twice. And usually last summer, I was taking my whole computer up there to fix it. This summer, I just took my laptop because I can remote into my computer. And I did that like when I was in Germany, all of that, everything went fine. Nah, it didn't work. So had some outages a little bit on the website. Got home, got out of the truck at 3:30 and found out that I had to like rebuild a bunch of stuff to make it work again. But did it, got it back up. It's up and running. Got my Dinger Tuesday picks in. I'm ready to hit a 4-legger tonight. You know what I mean? I didn't have, usually I spend like hours and hours and hours on, several hours researching Dinger Tuesday. And I didn't have that today. And I feel like that actually might be a good thing. I feel like I've been getting a little bit too much in the weeds. And, I've got 4 guys that I like. The data supports it. And it was kind of just first instinct what jumped out initially. And the last few days, that like 2 or 3 of the guys every single day that jumped out initially that I didn't end up taking have went yard. So that's what we're going with. That's what we're going with today. I'm excited. I don't think I'm going to lose today. Single bet.
Nice. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on in the league right now. It's
weird.
The weather is better, and the days have been more disappointing. It's just it could be just a little blip in the could be, I don't know what it is, honestly, but it's just been really, really disappointing. That's why I haven't been betting much this weekend. I've been telling everybody I'm just gonna bet a couple bets. Sorry for cussing. I bet 2 straights yesterday and I lost both of them. That's all I did yesterday. I bet 2 straights. I felt pretty good because a lot of times I'm like, I'm gonna bet this guy for a home run. He'll hit his total bases, and vice versa. I'm ice cold right now, but I'm not gonna be sour about it. I'm not gonna cry about it because better days are ahead. And I've been doing really, really good on Dinger Tuesday. I think every Dinger Tuesday I'm like 2 for 4.
You went nuts last week. Yeah, I think I remember the last 2 I think Tuesdays you have carried and done really well, and I have whiffed. But I think we're both gonna hit today, honestly. Like yesterday, the 3 of the guys that jumped out initially, Bo Bichette, who I did end up having on a ticket, a 2-legger, he hit one out. I had Jazz written down, and Goldschmidt also just has like 3 of my first 5 guys that I wrote down. I only ended up playing Bo on a parlay with somebody else. If I just bet those 3 like I should have, and would have won a lot of money yesterday, but I got those 4, like I said. Let's just jump into the games. There is a game going on right now. The worst team in baseball, the Mets, one of the best, and the Dodgers. I don't have a bet in that game. I also just don't bet doubleheaders. Like I just cross them out and even look at them. You have anything going on in this current game?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about Brian Bayo. Bayo means pretty in Spanish, right? Or Bella, or what is it? Am I just completely uncultured?
Bello. Yeah.
It would be the male pretty, right?
Yeah.
Like you're Bello?
Sure.
Would it be Bello or would you say Bayo?
It's more of an Italian thing.
Okay. Cool. Goldie's going nuts right now. Spoiler alert, I may or may not be betting on Goldschmidt. I think Jerry may or may not be betting on Goldschmidt. But we're not at that game yet, so don't get ahead of us, Virtual. What's up? By the way, what's up, chat? The Eli with the energy, Jerry with the apathy. More never changes. What's up, Kojo? First of all. Second of all, my head is spinning. It's just spinning. Like I said, it's a whole hell of a lot to get a toddler in the truck for a 3.5-hour drive. Did that this morning, drove 3 hours, got right out, so my head's spinning a little bit, but I don't have a bet in this first game. That is the Red Sox and the Orioles. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jerry. I almost bet Westberg. Wait, did I bet Westberg? I don't think I did. But I didn't end up doing it, I don't think. But talk about yours.
All right. Brian Bayo's a solid pitcher. He's not an ace. He's susceptible a little bit to lefties. Do you know what the Orioles did today? The first 8 batters he has to see in that lineup are going to be left-handed. This is probably the game. Obviously, he had a nice bounce-back start. Game before that, he gave up 3 home runs. I kind of don't like betting a guy that just gave up a lot of home runs because usually they bounce back. He already had his bounce-back game. He's probably going to get shelled again. Do you remember we were all questioning what the hell did the Red Sox do to Colton Cowser, right? It was home run, extra base hit almost every at bat. It was nutty. So I have to pick one lefty on this team to go yard, obviously. You could take the chalk. You could go Gunnar Henderson. Someone said Santander. I'm going to go with the guy that I think hates Boston for some reason. I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I don't know what the Boston Red Sox did to this poor guy, but he was on a mission the last time. So I'm going to take the plus 540 on Colton Cowser.
Cowser also. Actually, you have a 3-leg in the Discord. I have a 4-leg in the Discord. So 7 total home run bets between us, and we have 2 of the same guys. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, Colton Cowser he went on that tear early in the season. And I think he's warming back up again. I'm not going to repeat a whole lot of what you said. Brian Bale struggles against lefties, which you just talked about that. Last few baseballs that Colton Cowser has hit against a righty. 98-mile-an-hour fly ball off of Keller, 107 grounder. 107-mile-an-hour ground ball is that matters still. 102 that went out against Soroka. It's all fly balls. It's all 95, 100 plus. Has a home run or 2 against Bayo, I think. Pull that back up in a very small sample size. Weather is good in Boston. I think it's blowing left to right, but it's like 80 degrees. There's a lot of wind. So you could see him, hitting one out to right center that maybe doesn't get out on a not windy day, but blowing it to right field, keeping it in.
Right around the pesky pole.
Yep. And let me just pull this up again one more time. Limited sample size across the board for Bayo against the Orioles. Colton Cowser, 2 doubles and 2 at bats, but we're not talking about him. I get those 2 mixed up. You know what I mean? Wait, who the hell are we talking about? We're talking about Colton Cowser. Yeah, two doubles and 2 at bats against Bayo. That's who I bet on. That's how you bet on. Who am I mixing him up with? Westberg. I'm mixing up Westberg and Cowser. I even wrote down Westberg and I meant Cowser the whole time. One of them's right-handed, one of them's left-handed. But other than that, I mean, they're both young Orioles that hit the ball hard. So yeah. Colton Cowser is the bet for Jerry and for Eli. Ready to move on?
You're right. I fucked up. They're playing in Baltimore, not Boston. Boston is when he had that run in Boston. Now they're playing at home. Doesn't matter. Baltimore is actually better for lefties than it is for righties.
Yeah, way better. That's way better. Actually, I thought this game was in Boston too, and that helps even more.
It's your fault. You fucked me up because I knew it was in Baltimore. You mentioned it. I forgot about it, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking it's in Boston. That's your fault, not mine. Everybody want to let the what's
record
the word?
Show. Let the record show.
Let the record reflect. No, you even fucked that up. Let the record reflect.
I think both work in that.
No,
in that instance.
No.
Jared Jones, Skubal, like a cue ball, at the pool table. Pirates Tigers. I'm out on this. I think this is going to be an electric pitching matchup, though. I'm high on Jared Jones, and Skubal is really, really good as well. Not really too high powered offenses that you kind of want to force bets on anyway, especially on a day or Tuesday. Especially not with this pitching matchup, though, in this ballpark. So I am out on the Pirates Tigers game. What do you got?
Now I got chat going against me. Let me tell you something, guys. I've been in court a lot more than you guys. All right. Let the record reflect. Obviously, I'm not betting a home run in this game. This is going to be a pitching matchup. Jared Jones is unbelievable. I love this kid.
And Tarek is right there with
Strikeouts is
you.
not really my thing. Excuse me. Maybe I should start though, because this will be the game for maybe a double ladder of strikeouts. But regardless,
I was just gonna look up what like both of them for 6 or both of them for 7 would be.
yeah.
Because that is, I think, the play here.
But regardless, I'm not betting on. I'm not trying to get bonus money out of home runs in this matchup.
Both of them for 6 is probably not going to be that good. Yeah, it's minus 127. Both of them for 7 plus 188. I could see Jones getting 7 and Scooble getting like 10, to be honest. Yeah, but so Westberg going yard since Eli has him written down. So I hear that, but I wrote the name Westberg down by accident. So I don't know if that applies. You know what I mean? Usually when I write somebody down and don't bet them, it's because I really liked, I liked the odds for this guy and just didn't end up doing it. I literally was thinking Colton Cowser and I wrote Westberg down.
There's no accidents. There's no accidents. There's no coincidences. You did it for a reason. Somebody in the universe was trying to tell you to bet this guy, and you're just going to ignore it.
It could be. Let's talk about this next game, which I think is if you had to bet on one game today, even though it's not two higher powered offenses, I think it's probably this one just because it is Great American Ballpark and it's two pitchers that are prone to give up some dongs here. Kyle Gibson and the Cardinals in Great American Ballpark, Cincinnati taking Andrew Abbott. We are on the same guy here. I'll let you go first again.
I was on him first. You get sloppy seconds.
I posted in Discord before you, to be clear.
Yeah, but it was in my head first. So you can have him when I'm done with him.
Okay. Whatever you say, man.
So Paul Goldschmidt is on a heater right now. This was messed up, right? Because last week I said Bo Bichette and Paul Goldschmidt are on the verge. They're both going to go on a little power surge soon. They did. Obviously, Bichette went yard, yesterday? Or the day before?
Yesterday.
And Goldschmidt's on a heater right now. 3 home runs his last 2 games. Extra base hits galore. This is the same guy that went almost an entire month without an extra base hit. I remember bringing that up. He just didn't look himself. Obviously, he's in Great American Ballpark. He's going against a lefty. I'm not afraid to ride the hot hand. I'm not afraid to ride the hot guy right now.
Sure.
So, Great American Ballpark. Paul Goldschmidt. He's hitting the ball hard. He's hitting the ball out. Give me the odds on him, and we're going to ride him. We're going to ride this guy together, actually.
Let's ride him, dude. 60 games in Great American Ballpark. Do you know how many home runs Paul Goldschmidt's hit in Great American
11.
Ballpark? Nope, more than that. 20.
I'm sorry?
Paul Goldschmidt has played 60 games on the road versus the Reds in his career. He has hit 20 home runs. So he's hitting a home run every 3 games.
That's actually insane.
That's nuts. He's batting 301, 69 hits, 20 homers, 45 RBIs, a 1.024 OPS in that ballpark. And let me see if I can I do versus lefties on the road versus the Reds?
Hey, Cuban Wayne Gretzky. Hey, how about this, huh? White Plains.
Against lefty. So in 30 at bats against lefties in Great American Ballpark, 6 home runs. So almost half, almost half of his hits are home runs against lefties in that ballpark. 6 of the 30 times he is recorded that bat in Great American, he has hit a home run. Andrew Abbott, bit of a reverse split guy so far this season. I'm not too concerned with that. I think that's just kind of a blip, but 1.43 home runs per 9 innings this season. That's a lot. That is a lot. Usually I key in anybody that's over 1.2. Didn't give a home run in his last outing, but before that was giving up a ton. So I think he's due to give one up. I think Paul Goldschmidt, I'm in. I don't think we need to talk a whole lot more about it. The exit velocity logs look just like everybody else that I bet on.
I was kind of being a dick when I was like, 11 out of 60. I thought that was being one of those things where you're going to say like 8 or
20.
9.
Nah, it's 20, dude.
That's insane.
Crazy. 20 home runs in 60 games in Great American. Reds fan definitely knows. Yeah, I mean that's just what he does to you guys, right? That is a crazy stat. I don't know, like there's got to be something out there like minimum 50 at bats in this ballpark. How many home runs? Like he's got to be he's got to be up there on the list. Somebody look that up for me or something. Oakland A's, Tampa Bay Rays. I'm just out in this game. I don't even know who's pitching for Oakland. I don't really care. Rosarena did start to pop a little bit for me. So it's something that I'm keeping an eye on. I think he's maybe working his way back around. There was some noise early in the season that he added so much muscle that he like slowed the bat down. So I really need to dig in. We have the bat speed numbers now. I haven't worked him into anything. I want to see if that bat speed is coming up. If so, I think he might be dialing in on something. But anything to add here?
No.
Cool. Arenado, I would I enjoy betting Nolan Arenado. Times like these, I look for excuses to bet Nolan Arenado, and I couldn't find anything here. Like he's just really not hitting the ball hard, and I'm saying that, and probably lock in that he's going to hit one out tonight. I can't put my money on him, and I like I said, I look for ways to bet on that guy, especially in pitcher or hitter friendly parks like this.
He only has one extra base hit in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Let's see, month of May, Nolan Arenado, I guess he's batting 238, which isn't terrible, but with a 357, maybe he's had a sneaky better month than I'm thinking, but last couple of weeks he's not been good. Who's pitching game 2? Gavin Stone, Jose Quintana, Dodgers, Mets. Like I said, I write off doubleheaders altogether because they're so weird. Do you have any thoughts on that game?
I'm not betting it. Something's up with Jose Quintana because the guy obviously keeps the ball in the ballpark. In the past, lefties couldn't fathom hitting home runs off him. You know, maybe he gives up 2 in a season, 3 in a season. He's given up 4 home runs to lefties this season, which is odd. So maybe you look at a guy like Ohtani, who doesn't care if you're a righty or a lefty. He can still hit a home run off you if you're getting decent odds for it. I don't think the odds came out yet. They're probably going to wait for the game 2 lineups.
They'll wait for lineups, and it's like I feel like it's either hit or miss. Like with doubleheaders, that's just so much baseball to play in a day, and I feel like game 2 especially favors pitching because like Gavin Stone and Jose Quintana didn't pitch game 1, and most of the starters on the offensive side played game 1. So I'm just out, but yeah, I mean, got into my head. I guess I don't think Shohei Ohtani is ever a bad bet.
Yeah,
but nothing for me. Let's keep it moving. Jake Irvin and the Nationals in Atlanta taking on Max Fried. Killer blow. Did they say how long Acuna is going to be out? Ohtani's not playing the second game, so I'm out.
He's out until he tore his ACL. What do you mean? How long is he going to be out? He's out for 2 weeks, Eli. He's
out for the year, right?
No shit.
That's tough.
ACL tour. I feel so bad for him too. So there's 2 types of Mets fans. There's the assholes that'll celebrate injury. There's a reason why I root for the Mets, but I don't root for any of the New York teams because New York fans can be assholes. You got to admit it if you're a New Yorker. And there's some nasty people on the internet that will celebrate injuries. They'll celebrate all that stuff. Baseball is better with Acuna in it.
100%.
He is unbelievable. Obviously, we have his brother doesn't look like he's going to be the same kind of player at all. He's struggling in the minor leagues. I don't know, man. It just sucks because I like to talk a lot of trash. I want to see a healthy team. I don't want a team to have excuses why they don't win. I want to see you at your healthiest. I want to see my team at their healthiest. Not like it matters this year. The Mets weren't going to make a run for the division, but maybe next year. I just hope he gets fully healthy because the last time he came off that injury, he struggled a little bit coming back. He has the same injury again, so it really does suck. So I think the Braves are going to rally around an injury. They have a tight-knit clubhouse. They're probably going to score a lot of runs today. And I'm going to go with a guy who started out slow. Another guy like Goldschmidt started out slow, but we know what the capabilities are. Matt Olson is unbelievable. This guy's a 50 home run hitter. You know what I mean? And he had a really, really slow start. I said it a couple weeks ago. I think that Matt Olson is on the juice again. I was there. I handed him the juice. It was orange juice, and that's his favorite drink. So he's going to hit a home run today. Obviously, Irving versus lefties. You want to bet a lefty versus him. Matt Olson's getting good odds right now, and we got to take advantage of it because this is a guy that we're going to start seeing in the middle of summer when if the ball starts flying, if there is a change in baseballs like they did a few years ago. We did see it in mid-May, I think, somewhere around there, where there was another baseball introduced. There was a person that studied all this. I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. There was another baseball that was introduced, launch angle, exit velocity, everything changed around mid-May. It's not just weather, it was neutral grounds as well. We're gonna start seeing plus 250 for Matt Olson real soon because you know that tear is coming. The same that's gonna happen in June when Kyle Schwarber does his usual thing. We're gonna see plus 200, plus 210. I think getting Matt Olson in the 300s for now is gonna be good.
Yeah, I like that bet. Easton, I sent you a new version of Jerry Sig. I think that rounds up your 3-legger, right? And what's weird is like, so I agree with you. I think we might see a Braves run here just because, like you said, rallying around the injury. Marcell Ozuna is jumping out to me a little bit. I just think he started out the season on that absolute tear, and he's kind of slowed down a little bit. I think he's coming back around. Ozzy Albies is interesting because his entire career, the mindset has been like, should he stop being a switch hitter and only hit lefty because he's so much better as a lefty? This season against righties, so when he's hitting lefty, 246 batting average for a 346 slugging, only 1 home run against the righty. When he's hitting right-handed against lefties, 511 slug. So he's got more home runs against lefties and much fewer at bats with a 333 batting average. So I don't know. That's something to keep an eye on. I think Ozzy Albies is a potential look tonight, but it's been weird what he's. It's just been a complete flip flop. The splits for him. So I don't know what to make of it. Anyway, Ben Brown and the Cubs. Hey, Ben Brown's been really good. Kind of sneaky. Been really good for this Cubs team. Freddie Peralta and the Brewers. I am out all the way. Yelich, gun to my head. Yelich or Hap if you really want to bet this game, but nothing for me.
Yeah, I got nothing. By the way, I bet Albies is on my radar too. I bet him the other day. He's coming around. He's somebody that's gonna go on a power surge too. This guy had 33 home runs last year. What is he? I think he's at 3 or 4 now. The Braves,
3.
Taking my bias out of the picture. The Braves have held back tremendously for what they did last season. They're going to go on an insane run. They're probably going to win like 11 straight, 12 straight, one of those runs at some point in the season. So, Tommy Fleetwood this week. What do you think?
I just asked him where the best odds were because I'm in. Shooter knows golf. Obviously, he was in that movie with Happy Gilmore. They're making a sequel, by the way. So big congrats on Shooter McGavin getting a sequel. Talkman getting some love in the chat. Maybe didn't jump at me. Not going to rule it out. Didn't jump out at me. But yeah, I'm going to tail Shooter on Tommy Fleetwood winning the golf. Shooter, no way you're ignoring my message talking about Ian Happ. But yeah, I agree. Ian Happ is, I think, worth a flyer if you want to bet something in that game. Yelich, I think we might see another Yelich home run soon. Home run streak, home run flurry. I don't know what the right term is, but Cole Reagans, Kansas City Royals, Simeon, Woods, Richardson, and the Twins. I was close on Byron Buxton. I don't even know what his odds are. They're probably not very good. I don't love the ballpark is the only thing. And Cole Reagans, who is a guy that I liked to target last year, has been really good, especially just keeping the ball in the park this year. So I'm not gonna bet him, but Byron Buxton I think is maybe worth a look tonight. What do you think?
You know who's like he was one of these weird guys that I would get right. I think I got him right 3 out of 4 times that I bet him last season. And he only hit 11 home runs. Kyle Farmer has not hit a home run this season.
Ooh.
I'm getting that weird vibe. I'm not betting him. By the way, I'm done. I have my 3 picks. I'm not going 4 this week. I feel really good about the 3. I want to hit a 3-legger, my nickname in high school.
Sure.
But I would not be surprised if Kyle Farmer hits his first home run of the season. I'm just saying.
I don't mind that. Bobby Witt at plus 420 is interesting too. Man, I don't know. Not in this ball. If this was, not in Minnesota, I guess not in Kansas City either. But if Byron Buxton had this matchup in a like a neutral or a slightly hitter friendly ballpark, I'd probably be on Byron Buxton tonight. But Bobby Witt also obviously worth a look as well. Kevin Gossman in the Blue Jays, Mike Clevenger, White Sox. If it wasn't the Blue Jays, I'd probably have a bet here, just fading Clevenger, but I don't. Especially just like, I don't know. This Blue Jays lineup is so righty heavy. I mean, Daniel Vogelbach is maybe their best left-handed hitter.
What did you call him?
Vogelbach? What's his name?
Dan Vogelbach.
Vogelbach? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm not betting him. Oh, Jake Woodford, not Clevenger. That's interesting. My API was wrong.
Wait.
Oh,
Clevenger scratched Vogel's back. God, I'm so funny.
I'm out. You got any thoughts on this game?
No.
All right.
That was a good one. That was
outstanding dad joke by you. Yeah. Yep.
Is Springer back? He had a home run last game. Absolutely fucking not.
Nah. Brandon Pfaadt, Diamondbacks, Nathan Eovaldi making a start tonight for the Rangers. First start since May 2nd. I don't know what his innings are going to look like. But this is an interesting game. Any thoughts on this one?
No.
Okay. That helps,
What am I, a zoo act? These people want me to say this guy's name on the Dodgers. What, like?
Oh, Max Muncy?
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not a zoo animal.
Yeah, Lourdes, really good history against Evo. I don't think he's playing tonight, which is kind of weird. Christian Walker jumped a little bit. Jonah Heim jumped a little bit. Adolis Garcia almost. Corey Seager, I think, is probably going to hit one out tonight. I just couldn't play plus 250 or whatever the hell it was. But I really like Corey Seager in this game if you really want to bet something. I just think the number was trash. Coors Field, Tristan McKenzie and the Guardians, Ryan Feltner and the Rockies. I know you don't have a play here, so I'm not going to ask you for your thoughts, but I'm betting on Jose Ramirez. I bet on him yesterday. Was it yesterday or maybe the day before? And I'm just kind of going back to it. I think he's on a tear right now. When he gets like any pitch to hit, he's crushing it. And Coors Field, 10 of his 15 home runs against righties. He has a 500 slugging against righties this season, which is crazy. 621 slugging against righties in the month of May with 7 home runs. Just the month of May, 7 home runs against right-handed hitters. Only 3 in the 5 weeks or whatever before that. So I think he's warming up. Feltner's not good. Hasn't given up a ton of home runs this year. I don't really care. I think he's back in Coors Field. I think he's going to give up a couple tonight. And I'm on Jose Ramirez. 3 miles per hour harder is his exit velocity last 5 days versus the season. He's got 900 mile per hour plus exit velocities in the last 5 days, up to a 22% fly ball percentage. I've talked about this a lot with Jose Ramirez. Historically, a line drive hitter, just an all around outstanding hitter. He really seems like he's trying to lift the ball a lot more this year. You're seeing a lot more fly balls, I feel like, out of Jose Ramirez than we're used to. Any fly ball tonight, I think it's like 80 degrees or something in Colorado. Any fly ball tonight that he hits, 95 plus is probably going to go out. So give me Jose Ramirez at whatever the hell that number is, plus 340. I'll take it. Thoughts?
Let me tell you something, man. Colorado this past weekend was the biggest disappointment I've ever seen in the history of baseball.
Ooh, and you're a Mets fan.
What?
That was good. That was good by me. That was outstanding work by me.
Irregardless. They played this whole entire weekend with beautiful weather against a Phillies lineup. Everything, the stars were aligning for home runs and hits and offense. And what happened? We got fucking nothing.
Pirates Tigers is called today. No game.
Okay, we don't have a bet in that one anyway. Right?
Correct. Okay. We were thinking about strikeouts.
We were thinking about strikeouts. But thinking and betting are two different things.
True.
I think I want to hit a bet today. That's a statement that I want to make.
Really throwing me off with a gray shirt, man. I don't know what to think of you.
What do you want me to wear next? Do you want me to have no shirt next time? I'll do it.
I mean, viewers would go insane, but I feel like we've done like
You know what
a
I'm
couple
gonna
hundred
do?
shows.
This is
We've
what I'm
done
gonna
a
do
couple
next
hundred
week.
shows together. I've seen you wear a not black shirt, I think like 0 times.
I'm gonna go into the bathroom after the show's over. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait till Thursday. The hair on my chest. I'm gonna just take a razor and put Eli.
Put it on eBay. Oh, I thought you're gonna
No,
shave it and then put it on eBay.
and I'm gonna put Eli across my chest. How would you like that?
I'd like it.
Okay, I'll do it for Friday's show. Anyways, yesterday I bet Andres Jimenez, who's by the way been a way better player on the road the last 2 seasons. I don't know what it is. I took him for bases. He went 0 for 5, I think. It was something ridiculous. He's probably gonna get a triple today because I did mention his triple, especially in that ballpark. So just want to throw that out there. He didn't do nothing for me yesterday. He's probably gonna go ham today.
Okay. Yankees Angels, Nestor Cortez Jr., Griffin Canning is actually his name. I mean, pick one of the Yankees bombers, and I'm going to tell you it's a good bet. Judge, Soto, the two that obviously jump out. Gleyber Torres is on a kind of a weird run, and it's really sneaky because, like, on this run, I saw a tweet. I think it was Big Baby David from Talking Yanks. Like, the last couple weeks have been the best couple weeks of the season for him, and he's like really hot. He's like the 5th best hitter on the Yankees, which is kind of crazy. I like Volpe hits, maybe like Volpe for 2 or 3. I might play Volpe 3 hits tonight, actually. Now that we say that, but I'm gonna bet the completely other side for home runs. I'd like it. Yeah, you like that, Mass Enigma? And this rounds out my 4-leg parlay. I've talked about Logan O'Hoppe a few times on this show. Have not bet him yet this season. I'm betting him tonight. Nestor Cortez. Aside from the first half of, was that last year or the year before, Easton, when he was an All-Star 2 years ago, this hasn't been the same. He's kind of been getting shelled. I think he's probably going to be out of this rotation when Garrett Cole is healthy, to be honest with you. I don't know how you take anybody else out of this this 5 the Yankees have going. Nestor has kind of been the only weak spot in this rotation. Logan O'Hoppe all season, the at-bats have been outstanding, and he's starting to really kill the ball. Hasn't done a whole lot against lefties this season, which is a little bit concerning, but 106 miles per hour line drive against Emmanuel Clase A 2 days ago. That is not easy to do. Emmanuel Clase is very good. He's very hard to barrel up. This man hit a 106 miles per hour line drive single off of him. Looking back, 97 mile an hour fly ball, 105 mile an hour fly ball against Pedro Avila. I think he's really rounding into form again. This is a guy that I'm high on. I think he's a hell of a ball player. I think he's gonna hit one out tonight against Nestor Cortez, even though the Yankees might roll over the Angels here. And that's a decent number. I think last year we were getting like plus 700s for him, plus 420 for Logan O'Hoppe against Nestor. I think it's an okay number. So I've got $10 to win 6,500 on Colton Cowser, Paul Goldschmidt, Jose Ramirez, Logan O'Hoppe. I also played all of those 4 straight for Dinger Tuesday. Oh, there's only 3 games left, no bets.
There's only one person on the Yankees that has an extra base hit versus Canning.
Really? Judge, right?
Yep, that's it. Yeah. Everybody else has struggled pretty much, except for Gleyber Torres, who's like 2 for 5 or something. It's a small sample size, but only one person has hit him hard.
I might do a same game, Gleyber 2 bases, Volpe 2 hits, and just like O'Hoppe 2 bases. Probably a decent number. Nestor Rhodesmith's crazy. He's just not the same guy. He's just not the same guy this year.
He needs to focus on just pitching. He does too much of this funky shit. I think he takes himself out of his own game.
I actually disagree. I think he needs to do. He's not doing as much at all of that this year, and I think it's into his confidence. Like when he's out there having fun and doing that kinds of stuff, that's when it seems like he's on and pitching well. He's not really been doing that, and I think that's mostly a confidence thing. He doesn't believe in his stuff right now.
That doesn't annoy you as like a viewer, a fan, like just this guy just doing all this stupid. I don't know.
If I wasn't a Yankees fan, it would bug the hell out of me. I definitely understand how it bugs other people. I love it when he does that stuff. I think it's hilarious. But I definitely see that being an issue. Hunter Brown and the Astros, Luis Castillo, who's been great for the Mariners. I'm out. Although Hunter Brown, 1.87 home runs per 9 innings this season. I was really close on Cal Raleigh. I think there's a solid chance he hits one out tonight. I think the number is playable too, like in the plus 300 somewhere. I didn't do it because I like these other 4 guys better. But number 5 on my list probably would have been Cal Raleigh, which I mean almost guarantees him to hit one out tonight. Any thoughts on this game, buddy?
You had a lefty on your list.
What? Against Hunter Brown?
Yeah.
I mean, a bit of a reverse split this year. It's not as bad. So I've got him at 375 Wilbur against righties, 347 against lefties. I know Hunter Brown historically has been a pretty extreme reverse split guy, right?
I mean, to start the season, he couldn't get a righty out to save his life.
Yeah.
He's way better than what he's shown, though. Obviously, we know they're gonna correct it. It's got to be some kind of pitch tipping that he was doing. They pick up on that shit real quick. Jack Leiter, who I thought was gonna be a phenom, even to start his career, and he's getting shelled every time he goes out there because he was getting away with tipping pitches in AAA. They picked up on his shit right away in the major leagues. He's gonna be good. He'll correct his issues. Brown probably did too because the numbers are starting to come down for his first righties, but righties do. Yep, righties pound Hunter Brown. That I like that. You could be a poet. You don't even know it, Sean.
Cool.
So if I had to pick one, maybe a righty, but right now it's like a transitional because these pitchers never really stay on the same trajectory. When they're getting like overwhelmingly hit by one side, like a righty or lefty, they start making changes to their mechanics. So I'm gonna sit this game out. Obviously, my ticket's already in, but something's got to change for Hunter Brown. He's gonna get on track. They're gonna correct it. Obviously, the Houston Astros have one of the highest paid analytics departments in baseball. They will correct his problems.
A couple games left here. No bets for either of us. Jesus Luzardo and the Marlins, Matt Waldron, the Padres, and then Zach Wheeler and the Phillies. Do we have a pitcher for the Giants yet? Eric Miller for the Giants. Anything that was jumping out at you but didn't make the bet slip or anything there in either of those games?
No.
Yeah.
Obviously,
really
I'm never. You'll rarely see me make a bet in San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Somebody mentioned Discord. I didn't look this up. It was true. Can anybody verify this? Has Bryce Harper hit a home run every Tuesday this year? I don't think so. Somebody mentioned that in Discord, but I think Bryce Harper just on Tuesdays for some reason. Apparently has been better than the average Bryce Harper, which is really good. Jazz Chisholm, I think, might be on a run. Again, I don't love betting San Diego either. Matt Waldron isn't that good, but he does give up most of his damage to lefties. Jazz Chisholm, I think, might be on a run here.
That is true. A kid named Coop. Is your name Coop? Are you a kid? Anyways, today is National Burger Day.
Ooh.
It's like a holiday.
You want to bet what's his name?
Jake Burger?
Jake Burger?
No, it's National Burger Day. I want to bet Jesus Sanchez.
I like Jesus Sanchez. Oh, so he's averaging 1 home run per game on Tuesdays. Is that right, Easton? Basically. Okay. So, sorry, I don't think you guys could hear Easton. And yeah, Chris, you're on it. Four Tuesdays with the home run, Tuesdays without, but one of those he had 3. So he has 6 home runs on 6 Tuesdays this season. Interesting note. Just an interesting note. You know what I mean? Excuse you. But yeah, nothing else. No other bets for me here. You got any NBA thoughts? Pacers, that's tough. I get to now pull the if Halliburton was healthy card. Hey, I think if the game ended with like 2 or 3 minutes left every time, I think the Pacers are up 3-1 right now. Is that right, Easton? At least 2-2. I don't know about that last game, but 3-1. The game is over. So hey, Pacers were right there. Yes, they got swept. Played 2 games without Tyrese Halliburton, 2.5. Burger and fry. That's awesome. We should do that.
That is pretty good.
Any NBA thoughts from you? Nothing from me.
The Lakers wouldn't easily have won the championship
if they were good.
Well, no, you want to give other teams a shot, right? They won that championship in 2020. They kind of want to rotate around. LeBron, he's a team player. He's about the league, right? He's a big league guy. So he bows out and says, "Let's give other guys a chance." Obviously, he's been to the finals,
Sure. Yeah.
12 times, right? So give everybody a chance, maybe 13 times. Give other teams a chance to get in there. He's just such a good guy, man. Honestly,
Not very nice. When Palmerman was healthy, Carlisle would still find a way to lose the game.
I like Carlisle.
I like Carlisle a lot. I have a little bit less issues than most do. Like I'm like,
betters hate him.
yeah, for the rotations, and also he got a lot of heat for not fouling. He doesn't foul. And like, from a Celtics fan. Hey, first of all, shout out to Celtics fans. First of all, I know you're probably gonna hate this. That Knicks series, we won the series. I don't play on the team. The Pacers won that series. Knicks fans were awful. I'm sorry if we have Knicks fans in here. Your fan base sucked during that series, dude. Celtics fan, this has been all respectable all the time. I think it was pretty much understood that the Celtics were going to win this series, and that's fine. But this was a respectable Twitter Celtics fan base when the Knicks fan that series sucked. Trade Mather and keep Nembhard. That's hey nah. I'm high on Nembhard. Matherin, I think Matherin's ceiling is way higher than Nembhard's ceiling. That's just me. We don't need to make this a Pacers show. Detroit would be good. Yeah, Detroit would be good if they were good, man. Basically, is what you just said there. You know what I mean? What the hell was I saying? Carlisle. Like, I understand not fouling. I understand not giving them free points. I understand trying to play some defense and try to make them make a shot and say, instead of saying here's 2 points, when you also saw the Pacers lose the ball how many times closing minutes of games, right? I'm okay. I'm okay with more of the Rick Carlisle coaching decisions down the stretch of games than most people are. Back to whatever the hell started this conversation. Anyway, Pacers are gonna be back. And yeah, are we done? Is the show over?
What time is it? 6:14?
6:14, yeah. I can give some UFC thoughts real quick if you want. I am going to bet Tommy Fleetwood because Shooter McGavin told me to. And I'm waiting on a text back on my buddy Mikey. Okay. Sahith or Lowry. I like Sahith. Sahith or Fleetwood might be the place for me this week. Outright no Scotty Scheffler, which means it's wide open. So maybe Sahith, maybe Tommy.
I disagree about Boston having the worst fan base. I still think it's New York.
I'm not going to say worst fan base. What I'm going to say is this playoffs, the Knicks series with the Pacers, those Twitter interactions, and just the kind of general vibe, fan base versus fan base and team versus team, that was awful. And the Celtics one was very respectable. Again, it could be that, I thought the Pacers could definitely win the Knicks series. Most people wrote them off, and then all of a sudden they win. There were some injuries in there, and everybody kind of assumed that Boston was going to beat the Pacers. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe if it goes 7 games, that those interactions go a different way.
I lived in New York my whole life. I've been to a lot of games in New York, and I've seen some scumbags in the fans, particularly towards even like children. Just things that some of these people say in the stands. I literally despise the New York fan base. That's why I don't root for the teams. I root for the Mets because we suck. So we've been sucking for 25 years,
Yeah. Izzy, the Knicks did not make it a series. Everybody and their mother picked the Knicks to win. The Pacers made it a series and they ended up winning the series. You know what I mean? I am gonna have a UFC video out. Hopefully like Thursday. Slow MLB game. Slow MLB day. I like Eileen Perez by decision. I have no bets yet, just kind of initial vibes. I like Eileen Perez by decision. I think I like Roman Kopylov, maybe by a knockout. Roman Kopylov.
That's his name?
Yeah, I think that's a fun fight. Cesar Almeida, Roman Kopylov. Roman, I think that's good. I think those guys have fought like 3 times kickboxing. I don't know. I kind of like Roman there. Let's see. Alexander Romanov plus 220 against Jailton Almeida. I think Jailton Almeida is a big fraud, so I'm probably going to bet on Romanov knockout. I understand if you think I'm dumb for that, but I just can't stand Jailton Almeida, and I try to find ways to fade him. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk is definitely live against Kevin Holland. I don't know if I'm going to bet that or not. I think Paulo Costa is also kind of live-ish against Strickland. But I think he has to knock him out. So I don't know if that's going to happen. And this is the dumbest bet potentially I've ever placed in my life, but I'm almost definitely going to bet on Dustin Poirier to bet to knock Islam Makhachev out, even though there's basically not the chance that happens. I think he's going to
Islam by submission. Round 3.
Islam by submission. What's up, Vinny? Islam for the win. Yeah, I know. Everything in my head is telling me Islam, but everything in my heart is telling me Dustin. You know what I mean? And I'm going to bet Dustin. Listen to Jerry taking the short shot. Like he looked up the odds or something. Islam by submission. Is that that's the short shot, right, Easton? I think Islam by knockout is actually more live than submission, personally.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. But I'm definitely going to bet Dustin Poirier to knock his ass out. Dustin by guillotine. Oh, I don't have Friday. I'm going to wear my Don't Be Silly jump. I got a Dustin Poirier Don't Be Silly. It's got Dustin's shirt right in the middle of it. I'm going to wear that on Friday. I played Islam sub round 2, round 3 combo. Vinny, don't come in here and agree with Jerry. First of all, rule number 1.
I'm going to call my shot. All right. With 47 seconds left in round 3, rear naked choke, Islam for the win.
What's his last name? How many times have you watched him fight?
Actually, he's one of the few people I've watched.
Okay. How many times have you seen Dustin Poirier fight?
How many times has he fought McGregor?
3 times, 2.5.
There we go. There's your answer.
Anyway, should we recap and get out of here? My wife's trying to make burgers on my grill, and she doesn't really know how to do that, so I probably got to go help her.
Colton Cowser, Paul Goldschmidt, and Matt Olson are going to hit home runs. I'm going to look like a genius. I think. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I'm going to look smart today for once.
Islam Nurmagomedov. You know what's funny, Vinny, is there's probably a very select few people who get that joke and think it's funny. I'm also on Colton Cowser. I'm also on Paul Goldschmidt. And I'm just thinking, like, sometimes we agree on a guy. We almost never agree on two. Agree is we almost never.
We've never had 2 guys on the same.
I might bet my mortgage on both of these guys to hit one out.
We had a crazy track record last year when we had the same guy to hit a home run.
Yeah, I think I'm going to run 2 legs of Colton Cowser, Paul Goldschmidt. Anyway, I'm Colton Cowser, Paul Goldschmidt, plus 540, plus 350, respectively. Jose Ramirez, plus 340. Logan O'Hoppe, plus 420. That's $10 to win, 6,500. I don't know what the odds are. I'm gonna pick at this just to see if there's a better line than FanDuel. I wonder, can you still use the Caesars boost on parlays? I wonder if you can do one of the 25% Caesars boost on. This game starts in 15. I should probably do this quickly. No bullshit.
Don't sleep on. By the way, don't sleep on. If you have BetMGM, I don't think they're widely available, right? I think it's only a few states.
I think they're pretty widely available, not that widely used, honestly.
Every few days they're giving out a 33% MLB parlay boost. They're giving out boosts for all the sports, but they've been giving out MLB boosts, and there's been quite a few times where their standard odds are better than all the other books for some of these home run bets. So if you're thinking about a lotto, if you're thinking about, getting crazy, go shop the lines over there too. And if you have a parlay boost, if it's your day to hit the biggest parlay of your life, you might as well make a little extra cash with a parlay boost. So don't forget to use your boost. Don't be lazy and don't say, I don't want to make a deposit over here. I don't want to switch money around, because there's times where FanDuel has horrendous odds for home runs. Today, they're actually pretty decent. They're competitive.
MGM's, I was just going to say that, Bert. MGM, the swing for the fences is back too, where they give you just play a game, and sometimes you get like random bonus bets or odds boost for literally doing nothing. So that's pretty cool. What were we talking about? Oh, I'm still in Michigan on BetMGM. Like, why do I have to click take me to Indiana when you clearly got from my location that I'm in Indiana? Like, of course, it's the same thing. Just take me to the Indiana one, and then make autofill work on the first time every time from Pickett. I'm going to lose my mind. Plus 38.18 for Goldschmidt and Cowser both to go yard. I'm going to bet that. And then we're going to get out of here. So appreciate you guys for watching. If you have not liked the video, please do that. How many we got? 44, not terrible. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't already. Heavyhittermedia.net/Discord. Sign up for that if you want to. $25, you get a bunch of cool stuff plus all of our picks. We'll see you Friday. For this show. I think Thursday I might do like a bourbon with Eli Thursday night. Like after my kid goes to bed, talk some UFC. Another stuff.